I think if you play Dungeons and Dragons long enough, you end up with a favorite campaign setting. Each of these settings have their own unique things that make them great. But I venture a guess that the reason why your favorite campaign setting is your favorite has to do with familiarity. The more time you spend studying a realm, the more familiar you get with it, the more you care about it. But I think when it comes to Ravenloft, it's a little different. Its allure is in its mystery and misery. And because each domain is very plot-heavy, it has far more potential for roleplay than any other setting. When you're passionate about a fantasy world, be it Middle-earth, Star Wars, or Harry Potter land, it can be a bit frustrating when it gets reimagined or altered. Those that are new to Ravenloft likely won't know of many of the modifications made to the setting, and many of those old hands will know that Ravenloft has been evolving since 2nd edition. 5th edition recently released Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, but its content only covers a fraction of what is to be had. If only there was an encyclopedia of all there was to know about the domains of dread and their pitiful dark lords. Well, have I got news for you. How's that for a setup? I told George von Zorovich that I would do a video on his encyclopedias. Hour of the Raven's already done a pretty comprehensive video on this set. And as a matter of fact, it was the video that the Hour of the Raven had put out that convinced me that I needed to have these. So I'm just going to show off what these books look like in physical format. Mistfactor Press did not send me these books. I purchased them on my own. They measure 11 inches by 8.5. These are hardcover. They're thick. That's 1.5 inches. First volume has 396 pages. The second volume is 372. Now, I talked to George about this. I said, this is all based off of 2nd edition stuff. He said it's based off of all the editions, including the novels. As a matter of fact, he said the encyclopedia, in contrast to WotC's similar product, includes unique 5e stat blocks for all Dark Lords. Each Dark Lord is expanded with the abilities they've been shown to have in lore, novels, and those stat blocks published in previous editions. Those with limited information have been expanded so you can use them directly in your own campaigns. This is definitely a far more detailed work than anything TSR or WotC has put out in regards to Ravenloft. Honestly, this encyclopedia is to Ravenloft what the 2nd edition Encyclopedia Magica was to magic items. The encyclopedias took 3 years to create, and although Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft came out a few months prior to the encyclopedias, none of the changes made to the Ravenloft setting or its Dark Lords influenced the content of the encyclopedias. Those looking for a 5e adaptation of Ravenloft with more traditional lore will be happy to find it within the pages of the encyclopedia. So all the canon is here up to the point of Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, but there's lots to be found here that isn't canon because there hasn't been any canon written to this point. Magic items, NPCs, and more importantly, 5e stat blocks. Now, the majority of the stat blocks you're going to find in the encyclopedia have a CR somewhere around 10. Plenty of Dark Lords that your players can handle. However, there are some very challenging Dark Lords. Are you ready for the top 5 most challenging Dark Lords? According to Van Richten's Encyclopedia of Dark Lords and Domains, coming in 5th place is Lord Soth with a challenge rating of 21. Coming in 4th place is Kaz the Destroyer with a challenge rating of 23. And in 3rd place we have Aslan Rex with a CR of 24. In 2nd place is Strahd von Zorovich with a CR of 27. And we have a tie for 1st place between Vecna and Gwydion the Fiend Sorcerer with a challenge rating of 30 each. I mean, this Fiend Sorcerer and all of his body parts has a 6-page stat block. The PDFs are keyword searchable and come with 2 zip files, Volume 1 and Volume 2, containing the map files detailed in the encyclopedia. Volume 1 has 21 maps, although many are variations of the same map. Volume 2 has 17 maps, all of which are unique. Volume 1 contains 25 creatures and NPCs, all with unique 5e stat blocks, 40 magic items, including Madame Ava's Taroka deck, and 14 spells. Volume 2 contains 24 creatures and NPCs, 14 magic items, and 9 spells. If you're still sitting on the fence as to whether or not you want to pick up these encyclopedias, you can head over to DM's Guild. Mistfactor Press has put out The Real Devil Strahd in all his CR27 glory in a 7-page PDF, only 4 pages of which are stat block, but it should give you a real nice taste as to what you can expect to see out of the stat blocks contained within Van Richten's encyclopedia. Well, I appreciate you guys checking this out. If you're interested, there's an affiliate link down in the description. It'll get you right to Drive Through RPG. We'll see you next time.